Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. Uh, Coming to you today because, actually, this is a very last minute video. I had some thoughts that I wanted to share last minute, so I'm sharing them. Uh, I'm actually in the midst of doing my oil treatment because today's hair wash day for me. So, for all of you curly and coily girls out there, or boys, curly, coily boys, um, that want to help your hair be well nourished and healthy. Doing an oil treatment before you shampoo is actually very helpful. It helps to restore the lipid layer on the hair. Okay, so it's something that you should consider if you don't do it already. I just sit for like 10-15 minutes with a nice nourishing oil, combination of like lavender and peppermint and jojoba, and it works really well for me. Just wanted to share that tip really quick before I get into my thoughts for the day. I hope everyone's doing okay with this past full moon in Scorpio that we had. I personally have been taking a lot of time to rest and adjust, especially adjust. Actually, both rest and adjust. It's been a lot. I've had people last week that got portraits from me. Just to let you know, I am working on them. But I do need to make sure that I am balanced and well aligned so I can do these portraits, because remember, I'm actually tapping into your energy. I'm tapping into the creative field to bring through these energies and put them on portrait, like canvas. So I got to make sure that I'm in a good space to do that. So know that they will be done soon and I'll send them out to you. But yeah, so what I actually wanted to talk about today is this idea of charging your worth. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit, because that's something that has been, stated a lot in regards to spiritual work, readings, healing sessions, that people want to make sure they're charging their worth. And I really want to get into that because I feel that this is a concept that's heavily misunderstood. And I feel that people are just repeating this statement without actually understanding what it means to charge your worth. I guess the first thing I'll say for myself is that what I do is a big part of my life's work. I consider it to be a big portion of, big reason for why I'm here. And for me, money is not a god to me, like it can be for a lot of people on earth. I don't see money as the source of abundance. We've talked about this before. I see money as just one form of abundance that comes through to me. And there are many ways that the universe serves to meet my needs and heart's desires besides money. But I'm also open to money. I don't have any issues receiving it. But I say that to say, for me, money is not going to be the thing that keeps me from doing what my heart calls me to do. And sometimes what my heart calls me to do is give messages or healing to people, regardless of whether they can pay or not. And that's important for me, to be in a space where if I feel called to give someone a message or to help someone, I'm going to help them. And I'm not going to charge them if I don't feel guided to charge them. Now, some people will be like, well, you should charge your worth and you got to make sure you get people to pay. And I personally have a different understanding of what it means to charge your worth. What I feel from my observations and perceptions that people are doing is they are hearing the statement, charge your worth, and they're just putting a crazy price tag on whatever it is that they're offering, because they want to make sure that they are charging their worth. And what that looks like is charging thousands of dollars for products and services. Now, this isn't a question of whether or not you should be charging. To me, that's up to the person. They have to do what is in alignment with them at any given moment. So it's not really a question of whether or not you should be charging. What the focus here is, are you charging what is in alignment for you? What feels right for you? So for me, charging my worth means charging, if I feel guided to charge for something, what is in alignment with me and what feels right for me. So maybe for something, I only want to charge $20. That's charging my worth because it's in alignment with what I feel is right for me at that moment, for the service that I'm charging, and just for the energy of the now. That's what I feel guided to charge. It would not be wise for me to charge $500 for something if it didn't feel accurate to my energetic space, especially if it's for the sake of making sure I'm charging my worth. That wouldn't be wise. So basically what I'm trying to say is be mindful of putting a price tag on something and charging like exorbitant amounts of money for something just to prove that you find yourself worthy and valuable of that amount of money. Because what that tells me is that deep down, you don't actually believe that, because you're trying really hard to show yourself and other people that you feel that you are worth that amount of money. Instead of looking to money as an indication of how worthy and valuable you think you are, go within and see what your heart tells you about how to go about sharing yourself with the world. So that might mean doing some free workshops. That might mean sharing a message with someone, and if the energy calls you to do so. It might be offering people the option to donate if they feel guided to. There's so many different ways that you can go about this. But just be mindful of doing something because you feel like you're supposed to do it. Do something because you feel called or you feel guided to do it. So you don't put yourself in a position where you're almost inviting drama or conflict or chaos where it's not needed, if that makes sense. Okay? I wanted to see if there are any more thoughts I wanted to share about that. But yeah, for me, I have trust and confidence that my needs will be met. And it may be through money, it may be through something being given to me, someone offering to help me, or whatever the case may be, an exchange, a welcome exchange, not a forced exchange. And I feel that this is something to just keep in consideration so that you keep the valve open for the universe to support you in any way that it can, instead of keeping the valve really tight and only wanting the universe to bring you money. You got to allow the universe to be creative. I feel that the energy of the universe is actually very creative. So allowing the universe to be what it is what helps us to be in a space of alignment for what it is that serves our highest and best good at any given time. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to say about this. Not really. Just do what's in alignment for you. And don't worry about other people saying, well, if you don't charge this, you don't find yourself worthy. What I wanted to say, the last thing I'll say about charging a lot of money. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with charging a lot of money if you feel guided to. So there may be certain things that you actually feel like, no, this price is right for this. And so what's going to happen when you do that is that it's not going to be the price that is in the foreground energetically of your service or your product or whatever it is that you want to put out there to help people. What people will feel first is your energy, your excitement, your love, your desire to give and to help. And then whatever the price is will just be a little blip. There's always exceptions, of course. But from what I'm noticing is that when you do what's in alignment, the full momentum of who you are is really what people notice. And I feel people can sense when you're getting greedy, when you're getting to a point where you're very tight, you're very uptight about making sure that you get a certain amount of money or a certain amount of people or whatever. So make it so that people notice you and they notice your radiance first. And then if for some people the price might be a problem, then just keep in mind that if someone is meant to work with you, it will happen. Either the money will find its way to them, or you'll feel guided to maybe work with them on the price, or maybe you'll feel like you want to give it to them for free. Maybe you plan a giveaway and they win. There's so many different ways that a need can be met. So if someone is meant to work with you, it will happen. Okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. All right, so thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to me with me, me doing my oiling ritual before my shampooing. I send you all so much love. Take care. Bye-bye.